Karen, can you hear me? Karen, if you can hear me, say yes. Ernestine, if you can hear me, say yes. Hello. Karen. Hello, Karen. Hello there, Eminem. How are you? If Eminem, if you can hear me, say yes. I want to make sure that I got proper audio. If you can hear me, say yes. Hello, Karen, can you hear me? Yes, okay. Hello, everyone. Had an emergency I had to take care of. Sorry, I was a little bit tardy, but thank you so much for being here on tonight. Karen, you are used to this conversation that we was talking about, cleansing your memory from the narcissist. We had such a positive response, so I stayed with this. Hello there, Aya. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us on this evening. We are talking about cleansing your memory from the narcissist, because your memory become your tracks or your pathway for life. You start living off your memory. Your memory become the dictator of what you do every day, because what is stored in your memory, that's what you do. That's what you recall. That's what you live by. Accept new inspirations as you are living off your memory. So it's very volatile. Your memories are very, very important. She said, yes, I need it cleansed. Absolutely. Especially when you done been through trauma, you done been through some type of devastation. That is housed in your memory. Where you want to forget, the mind doesn't necessarily forget. And even with Alzheimer's, the information is stored in another place. They can't pull it to the forefront, but it's there. It's there in their mind, because whatever memories you have, the mind absorbs that memory. And when proper recall is necessary, the mind will bring it forth. Even like if you're in a store and you hear music, you don't think about the music you hear, and then you're going down the street 3 weeks later and the music come up, because the mind has stored what you've heard. The mind is an absorbent pattern. That's why you have to watch what you get into. Hello there, Shalonda. How are you? Greetings, everyone. So when you want to cleanse your mind from the narcissist, it's very important because of your struggles. When you struggle, you're not struggling just from what the narcissist did. He's no longer doing that. The narcissist may have discarded you, or you may have escaped. So the narcissist is not even in the picture anymore, but your memories are. You have memories of the narcissist, what he said, what he smelled like, what he felt like, how he helped you, how he kissed you, what he would do for you. All of those are stored in the memory. And so when you cleanse your memory, you have to acknowledge what's in the memory and then get a memory cleanse. Hello there, Danielle. How are you? Thank you so much. Cluster B Free Karen said, the narcissist repeat phrases, wears colognes and perfumes so that the target would think of them. And they do horrible things on positive occasion so that the target would never forget. And they set up the trauma bond. Absolutely. On good days, you don't usually remember a lot of good things. But if you do remember them, but they have a different effect than if something horrific happened. So the narcissist makes sure that on your birthday they do something crazy. So you'll remember how crazy it was, how terrible it was, how traumatized you was on that specific day. Shalonda said, exactly. Your mom's sick, they don't show up on purpose. You done had a death in the family, they let you go through it by yourself. They're not there because when they know they traumatize you, that trauma is going to operate with such severity, and it's going to be a lot more in your memory than if they had brought you flowers and roses. You see what I'm saying? So your memory is so volatile. Your memory is so important. Your memory is everything that has happened in your life. It's not recalled at the same pace. It's not brought up at the same pace. And if you think about the narcissist, what do you usually think about the narcissist? You're not thinking about how horrific he is, how terrible he is. When you start longing, that trauma bond don't let you remember truth. That trauma bond is going to won't allow you to remember the bad thing. It'll act like there was only good things about the narcissist. She said, I can associate all birthdays and holidays with a negative memory involving narcissists. Made me not celebrate dates because they needed the trauma bond. It's like Karen said, they needed the trauma bond because they needed you to be most miserable. Let me get this pillow back. They needed you to be most miserable on special days. So where people were elated and very jubilant on holidays, you are sad because you have nothing. He forgot your birthday gift. He didn't bring you a Christmas gift. He started an argument right before Christmas, so he didn't have to shop. You made me do that. It's your fault. I had in mind to do this for you. I had in mind to do that for you. But after you did this, I didn't want to do anything. And then you're left. They don't want you to be with your family, but then they don't want to be with you. They don't want you to be happy because they are not happy. And the narcissist is an expert at making you miserable. And all of that is locked in your mind. All of that is locked in your memory bank. All of that. And if you keep thinking about it, thinking about he did you, thinking about that he didn't give me anything for your birthday, you go to bed and you dream about it. You have dreams about him not giving you a birthday gift. You have dreams about how terrible and horrific he is. And then you know what? That's stirring up your emotion. You get angrier and angrier. Well, with the narcissist, they don't want you to respond. They want you to react. Well, when you react, you're reacting out of anger. And then pretty soon, the narcissist is going to look at you. I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do that. And all you do is blame me. All you do is criticize me. You don't let me do anything. You don't let me love you. And I'm trying to be what I need to be. So it's you. And they do that so they can blame. They never want to look at what they did to initiate what happened. No, it's all your fault. And what else? Who else is saying something? Danielle is saying, yep, that's sure enough the truth. Yeah, Danielle was saying she can associate those days when there were special days and all you got is negativity. You know why? They didn't want anything positive. Narcissists are expert at making your life a living hell, making your life miserable. So what you got to do is be an expert to take it back. It's going to take time. It's going to take effort. You got to have a source more powerful than the source of destruction. Kim says, good evening, Pastor Helen and everyone. So nice to, to make it here with you all. Amen. And so when we're talking about memory, when you need to clean your memory of things that has happened, things that have tortured you, the narcissist, the one thing they want to do is get in your emotions Because if they get you emotional, they're going to get an activation out of you. They're going to get you to respond. She said, I created my own experiences. And she said, I create my own experiences. And remember, now I'm smart, girl. Cluster B said, it gives the narcissist thought fuel to know that the target is upset and angry or confused. This is why they linger in a target's mind, even when the narcissist is gone. And see, that's a setup for a Hoover. Because if you constantly thinking about the narcissist, pretty soon you're going to start blaming yourself. You're going to start saying, if you had done better, if you could have done this, maybe I should have done more. Maybe I shouldn't have talked so much. Maybe I should have fixed dinner on time. Maybe I should have not gave so much attention to the kids, more attention to him. And the truth of it is, it didn't matter what you do. The narcissist wouldn't have been satisfied. It's like having a brand new dress. You play with that dress and wear that dress long enough. After a while, that dress, like every other dress, is old. The narcissist always needs something shining. The narcissist always needs something new. That's why your body's full of cortisol, because you're jumping through the hoops. You're jumping over everything, trying to make the narcissist happy. And by the time you do it here, they need there. And you're constantly going around like a little hamster. You never run out of energy, because you got to have energy in order to deal with the narcissist. When the narcissist needs fuel, he have to get fuel from a supply that is energized. Because if you gray rock, they don't get fuel and they move on. And so you are constantly trying to stay energized, because the narcissist is constantly eating your fuel. She said, just fed with the mental hamster wheel. Just fed up with the mental hamster wheel. I know you are. And Kim said, why do they seem to gain more energy the more rage and abuse they project? She said, that's right, Mom. You know why? Because that's what they live off. That's what they feed off. Your disdainment, your upsetting, being upset, your confusion, that's what they feed on. You are setting the table for them to feast on your emotions. When you are upset, they are getting fat. They are getting full. And they want you to be upset. Because the more upset you are, the fuller they get. The more unhappy you are, the more fuel they get. That's their fuel. She said they fuel off of keeping you down, and you entertain it. That's why we're talking about the memory. Because you usually entertain what's in your mind. And the smart thing to be is, I am not going to do this. I am not going to entertain this. I'm not going to keep beating myself up. I am not going to keep going back. But when you trauma bonded, you don't know how to let go. There is a place, usually, when you finally let go, you have to hit that place. You have to hit that place where you just don't care anymore. You don't care about keeping the relationship. It can be 50 years. You're like, I'm tired. I done everything I can do. I don't have energy for one more day. When you get burnt out, when you get tired out, when you get to the point where you are saying, I'm not doing this. I am not going to continue to do this. Then you know what? You rise up and you won't do it. And when you don't do it, he runs out of fuel. M say, but once you decide to walk away and you decide enough is enough, and you become numb to the situation. See, Danielle said that part right there. When you become numb, the narcissist is in trouble, because you're no longer feeling. And usually this is when the supply says, man, am I a narc? Because I no longer care. No, you're in survival mode. You realize that you're dying, and you refuse to die, and they live. So you grow numb. You say, I am not going to do this another day. I will not continue this another day. I will not allow myself to be pulled out, pulled in, pulled away from my true self. My dignity is gone. Your energy is gone. When you look in the mirror, this person got this far away look on their face. They don't even look like they're human. They look like an empty shell, like there's nothing in there. And you're saying, I can't. And you find yourself walking around the house saying, I can't. And all you saying is, I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't do this. M says, you reverse that energy and you're fighting to rebuild. And once you fight back, you weaken them and they go to the next one. Absolutely. Because there's no fuel. A narcissist has to have fuel. A narcissist cannot live without fuel. They have to be fueled up. They have to have fuel. Hello, Jerome. How are you? Thank you for joining us on this evening. We are talking about cleansing the memory from the narcissist. All the damage, all of the horrific experiences, all of the self-denial, all of the losing your identification, financial mishaps, all of that. Because you find yourself, you're the sole party where everything you got is up for grabs. Everybody's grabbing what you have. And what you have is limited because what you have has to take care of the whole. You're taking care of everything. So you become a limited resource. And he's pulling everything, droves and droves and droves. And it doesn't matter how much you get, doesn't matter how many hours you work. It's gone. Why? Because you're the only resource that are putting in. And when you're the only resource and everybody's taken out, of course you're going to deplete. That's why sometimes you feel like, God, am I losing my mind? When you are thinking of problems, when you are thinking of burdens, when you are thinking of lack, when you are thinking I don't have enough, when you're thinking I just got the check and it's gone, and then you didn't pay all the bills with the check, and then the narcissist said, well, I need money. When people pull on you and they don't deposit in you, you're going to deplete. You will deplete. You got to have a source of putting back into you. You can't keep withdrawing and not making deposits. And people are not making deposit. The narcissist is not making deposit. Or every time you make a deposit, they draw it out. And they don't add to it. They only drain you of the energy. They drain you of the power. They drain you of the source. And you find yourself, you're depleted. So much so, you got kids and you can't hardly take care of them. Plus to be free, Karen said. She said, I remember when I stopped caring about them and realized there was no hope. Watch. When the Supply Has Had Enough by Helen Sadler, your destiny helper. Yes, I got a video and it's an excellent video. And it depicts symptoms when you come to the end of your rope. When the supply has had enough, nobody have to talk to you. Nobody have to say anything to you. Why? Because you're done. Aya said, let him go. Let this new supply have him. Eminem said, one thing you have to remember is that a narcissist have experienced trauma themselves, and it stems from a daddy or a mother issues that they prey on the vulnerable of you, the vulnerability of you lacking in the area. Absolutely, because they can't get strength. Narcissists can't handle your strength. They are your strength, and they are really weak. They are really weak. And they want you weak. And if you stay around them, and if a narcissist is staying with you, that's because you are weak. A narcissist can't handle your strength. They can't handle you. You have to be vulnerable to a narcissist. Danielle said, please take a moment and liken this live stream. Help push this information. Absolutely. Thank you, Danielle. She's a good evening, Apostle. Good evening, Ernestine. Aya said, they hate strong-minded women. Oh, they can't handle you. They can't handle you. Because a narcissist has to be worshipped, and they have grandiosity. And when you are strong, you can detect their weakness. They can't handle you detecting their weakness. So what they do, that's why if you notice the narcissist, they break you down. That's Karen. She put up the link, when the supply has had enough. That is a good one to look at. When the supply has had enough. You got to get to the point where you are tired. As long as you are saying, all right, maybe if I do this, maybe if I say this, maybe if I bring this, maybe if I give him this, give her this, it doesn't stop them. It doesn't stop them at all. It doesn't hinder them. And they will not promote your strength, because the narcissists have grandiosity. And when the narcissists have grandiosity, how are they going to promote your strength? And when you think of the narcissist, think about it. When you think of the narcissist, when you're thinking of them, what do you remember? How much good do you see that the narcissist has done for you? And especially the covert. You have to be careful with the covert narcissists, because they're so charming. I mean, the narcissist is good to everybody. And the psychopath, which have no empathy, no emotions for you. They may feel sorry for them. Like if they get caught in something, they'll feel sorry they got caught, not feel sorry for what they did. Not a psychopath. So they have no empathy. But a covert would be charming. And most narcissists, a psychopath, would be so splendorous to everybody. I mean, they're the life of the party. They know how to get along with people. They know how to talk to the people. And they are expert liars. Expert liars. And they gaslight and accuse. So you can believe them. The thing about a narcissist, when you are constantly with a narcissist, and this narcissist is constantly telling you the same thing, and they're playing that tape over and over again, even if it was a lie, you start to believe it. She said, sometimes I feel like the narcissists hate women, maybe gay. I had that one. If his mother was vicious and he hated his mother, he can hate women. He can have little of use for a female. And what he would do is pick a woman like his mother and break her down. Let's get this right here. And he will hate you and can't stand you. And what drew him was the strength of you. And so a lot of men can be misogynist. And what they do, they hate women. But they like strong women to break them down. What attracted you? You were beautiful. What attracted you was your strength. Now the thing that attracted them is what they want to tear down in you, what they hate in you. They're always accusing you of the very thing they used to praise. The thing they told you was the strength of you. The thing they told you that they liked about you. She said, I have asked this before and just not couldn't comprehend why the new supply still try to reach out to me. The other day, she was following me in traffic. She keeps trying to send message. You know what, Jackie O? Because she going through hell. And he probably told her, you're obsessed with him. And see, probably what happened, the tables have turned. So she was getting the goods, seemed like. She seemed like she was happy, but that was the mask. Now the masks have fallen off. She want to know what you done went through with him. She said, it's been 2 years and I don't talk to him. I changed my number. I went off social media for a year. She said, and I recently went back on social media within 3 to 4 days. She inboxed me. She got the man. Yeah, but she's miserable with the man. They want to make sure you are gone. And like I told you, he probably boasting on how you obsessed with him, how you love him. She's afraid of losing him because now you are the tool that he used to hook her and to keep her. And you know what? She now looks at you and wants to be everything you are. She walking in your shadow. He probably telling her things about you and you are looking like he never thought that about me. He never treated me like that. You see what I'm saying? So when she's looking at you, she's wondering, I wonder if he's talking to her. I wonder if she calling him. Eminem, it's because they are trying to see if you still weak and want to try the new health you stand and to be strong. He's not what she thought, and he was the tables turned on her. And see, that's what I said. See, on social media, when they first get together, they're grinning, laughing. And then you look at social media, it looked like everything that you wanted from him, everything that you asked from him. It looked like they have it, but it's not. He has projected and made you a superstar in the eyes of the new supply. That's right. And the narcissist is lying. The new supply can't compare. She wants information. Do not get involved. Stay away from her. You don't owe her nothing. It's so weird. I don't get it. She constantly trying to tell me he would never leave. He would never leave him for me. Leave her for me. He can't come when he's not welcome. But see, know what that should tell you, Jackie O, is what he's doing. He is, and it's just like Daniel said, he is painting an image like you are so beautiful. He probably told her how you cook. He probably told them when she make love to me or when she talk to me or when I'm around her, he made you the superstar because her standard need to be lower than what he left. You see what I mean? He know he can't just come back to you because he'll be trying to get back with you. But he is getting her to hook her because you got to remember you are no longer the primary supply. He's been gone for 2 years, right? So he has to make her the primary supply. The primary supply is always broken down to the depth. Why? Because they need to break them down so they can keep them because that's the long-term supply. All long-term supply is tremendously abused, and they want to make sure that the long-term supply do not escape. So you have to abuse the X supply to the point that if I need to hoover, I can come back. But the new supply, you make the old supply look like a god. Where everything they're doing, they're competing with the new supply. And for her to say, he will never leave me for you, that's fear. Her whole relationship is fear-based. So she's walking in your shadow, Jackie O. He's telling her all the beauty of you, all the power of you, and she's trying to fit that description, and she can't. She can't fit that description, and she never will, because you never want the image to become true. Because once the image becomes true, you lose the power of it. It's like a martyr. If you can never outdo a martyr died and is not alive. So the martyr is the image that you make it. Whatever's in your mind, that martyr is powerful. Come on, y'all. We're talking about the cleansing of the mind, memory from the narcissist. 30-minute roundup. You have to make up in your mind that I want this victory. I want this cleansing. And I'm going to do what it takes. And it takes work. It takes probably a psychiatrist, a therapist, a counselor, a good life coach to change your mind. Because you have to change your mind. If you keep the same mind, that mind got you with the narcissist. It's not enough. You got to change your mind. Because if you don't change your mind, you're going to end right back in the situation. Because it's the same narcissist with the same game plan, the same pathway, the same trails into your emotions, the same trails into your mind. They don't have to change the structure. They have to change the temperature in which they emit the structure. They have to change how they do it, but it's the same game. If you play baseball and you was playing it in Arlington, now you're playing it in New Jersey, the rules are the same. It's the location that has changed. It's the team that has changed. When the narcissist come back from being with a previous supply, he come back with doing stuff that they never did with you. She said, I knew he was trying to use me to make her jealous. He said, keep her in her face. But the way she is all in is crazy. She never met me in her life, and I know she wants me to respond. She's snooping for information. Because, baby, believe it or not, you have become like a hero. The lion is still a lion, no matter if he's in the jungle or the city. Ty Kitchen says, and that is so true. A lion is still a lion, doesn't matter where he's at, to keep her in her place. That's what he's using you for. And you know what? She believes him. She don't know that he's a low-down, dirty liar. She don't know that you can't trust nothing that comes out of his mouth. She don't know that you are being used as an image in her mind that she will never be able to catch up with. Cluster B, Freeze Karen said, after 33 years of marriage to a delusional narcissist, it was necessary to change my focus when ruminating about the ex. She said, I had to list a list of alternate things to do rather than to let him occupy my mind. See, he's renting spaces. He's renting space, but you're paying the bill. He's leasing space, but you paying the bill. He's not paying the bill. Everything he did was to fix your memory up for him. That's what he's doing with the new supply. He's putting all this stuff in her memory that whenever she see you, she go on Facebook, she see you. She's sitting there staring at you. How is it that she's able to get him, that she's able, you're not even with him. You don't even want him back. And she got all this stuff going on. How she's able to get him. And I'm doing everything I can to get him. I'm saying everything I can. I'm giving them everything I can. She said, is memory cleansing about forgetting or reframing or refocusing the knock trauma in order to heal? She said, I have difficulty trying to forget a lifetime worth of narc manipulation. It's not forgetting, it's remembering without the pain. Because the remembrance is going to help you to help other people. The remembrance is going to help you in your testimony. What we're after is cleansing the memory from the pain and the torture, yet keeping the thoughts, because you don't have Alzheimer's. So you can think. And then if something, you smell something, hear something, feel something, it can trigger a memory. You want the memories provoked without pain. You can say, oh yeah, I remember when he did that, but it ain't about nothing. Because right now, when you remember the narcissist, there's so much pain with it until they still have control through the pain. But now it's self-guidance. She's okay, that makes sense. Remembering without the pain. She said, I can understand that. Right. Because you're not going to forget. People said, you just forget. No, you're not going to forget. I don't have Alzheimer's. I have a perfectly good memory. But what I'm going to do is deal with my healing until I can think about the memory and I don't think about the pain. Hello there, MMXW. She said, not me. Yeah, you don't have to forget. You can choose to put it in a place where you don't use it. You can choose to not recall it. You can choose not to pull it to the forefront. Every time you pull it to the forefront, you pull it back into a place where you don't even want to deal with it. The thing about it is you have to deal with it and get the victory over the thoughts because you don't want to not deal with it. And one day, out of nowhere, the thoughts come. And they are so overwhelming until they almost take your life over. She said, even for parents and family members. Yeah, absolutely. You have to. A narcissist can be anybody. And what a narcissist does, it doesn't matter. A hurt is a hurt and pain is pain. Whether it's mother pain, brother or sister pain, father pain, next door neighbor pain. Pain is pain. And you don't want the pain of it. In any instance, Cluster B Free Karen said, take the time to learn about narcissists and Cluster B disorders. Sometimes, if you're in a place where you need to be healed, you don't need to be finding out all about the narcissist personality. You need to be focused on your healing. Now, once you focus on your healing, the healing will take you into the knowledge. It will gradually put you into the knowledge where the narcissist is exposed, so you will never be captured again. Because if you start studying on the narcissist and occupying your mind with the narcissist, believe it or not, you can stir up a craving, you can stir up an appetite. You know what I mean? Because you can see how low down they are. Then it makes you look like you're so stupid. No, you're not stupid. You didn't have that information. There was no way you could have known what they have done to you. She said they want you to forget the filth they've done to you because they take no, they don't, you know what, Thai Kitchen, they take no responsibility. As a matter of fact, they do the blame game. They blame you for all the problems. They blame you for everything that went wrong. These videos that we do let you know the traits of the narcissist. What you've been through, you're not crazy. But we offer a platform for your healing so you can recognize that there's some things that you can legitimately do, but it's going to be over a period of time. The longer you've been with the narcissist, you need to take time to correct things in your thoughts, to correct things in your mind, because once you correct things in your mind, you can correct things in your emotions, because they're going to tie in together. When I think of thought of hurt, my emotions start hurting. Because my emotions and my body and my mind want to tie in together. And the one thing the narcissist does is work your emotions to control your thoughts. Because when you think, you can put and reason things that this don't make sense. This don't make sense. He don't want you to think things that don't make sense. He wants you to gaslight you, and for you to be totally confused about what he do. And when you're totally confused about what he do, you will allow him to do a lot more when you should have stopped him. When you should have said, no, I'm not going to let you do this to the kids. I'm not going to let you do this to me. And they do. They want you to forget. They don't want for you to be accountable. You know, Karen? And that's something. When accountability rests on the supply, and an inaccountability rests on the narcissist, because they blame you for everything. And if you don't get help, you'll start believing something wrong with me. You will start believing maybe, no, it's not you, it's them. And then when the narcissist isolate you, you don't have no other voice but his voice. He just wants you to have his voice. And most narcissists isolate you so you will have one voice. And you know what, Danielle and Karen? And that's the narcissist voice. They don't want you to hear anybody else, because they don't want you to have the influence. MMXW say, you're right. The more I heal myself, I broke the pattern of dealing with abusive people. And you know what, MMXW? Once you break that off of yourself, you can identify them a mile away. They can't come at you like they used to come at you, because you could smell them a mile away. She said, I'd rather the pain of healing than the pain of the narcissist grip. Oh, now that's a good high five. That's a good high five. You know, it's like surgery. They're going to numb you to do the surgery. But in the recovery, when everything wake up, in the recovery where everything is alive, we can give you a sedative, we can give you a pain, but you're going to feel the pain of healing. We got rid of what was destroying your body, and now your body got to heal from the surgery. And when it comes alive, you can tell you had surgery. When you come alive, you can tell that you've been with the narcissist 20 minutes. You can tell you've been with the narcissist. You can tell that you've been in an abuse situation. If you just take time, get to a mirror, and just look at your eyes. Look at your eyes when you were with them. Get a picture of then and get a picture of now while you're away from him. Now you're alive. Now it looks like you got color in your skin. But when you were with him, it looked like you was flushed out, washed out. When you was with the narcissist, you look like a shell walking. You look like you didn't have no life. The excitement left your eyes. And it was hard to just think. It was hard to just think. And when they leave, even though sometime when they leave, you miss them. Some people glad when they leave. But there are some people, they miss them when they leave. But what they notice is when they are not around, they got so much freedom. They got so much liberty. They're not walking on eggshell. Some people even drop something on the floor and look up. Nobody come around the corner. What a liberation. Karen said I was blamed for everything that went wrong for him. He seriously blamed me for his child abuse. She said, and I'm 6 years younger. Intentionally redirected my thoughts when he popped up in my memory. See, that's exactly right. You have to. You have to rechannel, because sometimes they're going to pop up. That's still in your memory bank. It didn't dissipate. It didn't vanish. It just don't hurt like it used to hurt. It doesn't trigger you like it used to trigger you. You can think about it and thrive. You can think about it and go on. You know your memory is being cleansed when you can think about it and go on. And you can think about it and say, no way, man, no way will I go back to that. I'm not going back. I'm going forward. There ain't that much love in the world. And like Jackie O was talking about the new supply, do whatever you have to do, but I'm not going back to that. For the first time in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, I'm free. No, not going back to that. MMWX said my father's a narcissist, and one day he told me that women are the blame for everything. And I thought he was wrong and told him. Danielle said, my memory is getting better moving forward. Absolutely. It's getting stronger and stronger. And you notice what you don't have? That brain fog. Remember that brain fog? That used to harass you when you try to remember stuff, or you dazed out. Then what woke you up is the children was crying, Mom, I'm hungry. Why? Because you forgot to fix them lunch. Because you were just dazed. Child diapers filled. You were just dazed. And when you go through stuff like this, and you're ruminating, and you got small kids, what you think is, I can't trust myself with my own kids. I'm an endangerment to my own kids. But you don't have nowhere to go because you don't cut everybody off. And the narcissist cut himself off. He discarded you. And he's with the new supply. And the thing is, he'll make sure you know it. Put it on social media until you have to come off of social media. Once he don't see you on social media, he know you ain't even on there. Then they'll drop by your house. Find a store that you really like going to. Go to that store. They will frequent that store until you see him with the new supply. And then once he see you, he loving on the new supply. He ain't loving her. It's a situationship. And he makes the new supply see, she wished this was her. But now, baby, it's you. And now I want to give you everything that she craves. Because she want me, baby. She's after me. And I'm fighting. And this is what he's telling the new supply. And the new supply looks at you with such envy. And especially if you're pretty. And she's looking at herself. You are never going to measure up when you compare yourself to old supply. She said, it's so crazy I didn't know I had brain fog until it started lifting. I know. And it can be tremendously severe. She said, escaped 4 years ago, and now I have joy and peace in my life. She said, I no longer think of him every day and dream about him every night. She said, I have understood he will not live in my mind for free, rent free. Absolutely. See, that's determination. And to get where Karen is, that's determination. You're not going to do that without being determined. And it's work. It's WORK. You got to put in your sweat equity. You got to work. And it's every day until you get free. It's all day until you get free. And you're thinking about it. If you've been with somebody for 15 years, she was with him for 33 years. That's 33 night and day. If you take 33 times 12, because you want to know 33 hours, there's 24 hours in a day, times 365 days, times 33 years. You know how much time that is? She said, my memory was so bad I needed medication briefly to learn some new courses for my job. She said, and I knew that I had to leave him for good. Your mind is all you got. Once he messed with your mind, He's messing with you. He's messing with your life. You don't let nothing mess with your mind that's going to prevent you from living. MMXW say, I'm so thankful to God for removing me from all narcissists. Oh, girl, that is a byword. I know you are. And we are saying the same thing. We're celebrating with you. When you get free from a narcissist and you done made up in your mind you don't want to go back, it is so, so, so liberating. It is so liberating. It is a freedom. It's like being away from your family 10 years in a war, and you finally get a day to come back, and they are still waiting. It's such liberation. When you are free from the narcissist, if they discarded you, take advantage of it. Don't sit around crying and moping. Take advantage of the moment. Put in yourself. Get books and read out loud. One of the books, The Indelible Woman by Kathy Gibson. Indelible, The Indelible Woman. I recommend that book because it tells you about your person. It tells you, but you're going to have to read it probably 2 or 3 times just for it to hit like it needs to hit when you've been damaged so much and you're cleaning out your memory. Danielle said, one thing I know about this healing journey, she said, the harder I fight for my peace, the easier it is to trust my gut and block that narc energy. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got 10 minutes left. Man, y'all just really bringing it today, y'all. Y'all bringing this thing. I love what you're saying. And like Danielle said, you have to watch the energy that you are ingesting on a constant basis, because this will create a behavior. This will form into an emotional state. And what emotional state you ever want in your life is something you choose and not was thrust upon you with an experience and ill behavior. And now you are dealing with what somebody else did to you. And now it's coming from you, but it's not your choice. She's a brain fog keep lifting the first few years. She said the longer a person is away from the narcissist, the more the fog clears. Absolutely. Replace the narcissist memory with doing new things, reading, praying, and meditating. Oh, that is excellent. My daughter has a book. It's Vicida. Viquitra. Vicida Sattler. It's Unwind and Thrive. Unwind and Thrive. And it's teaching you just how to relax. I love when Karen said, taking care of yourself is not self-care, it's not selfish. You have to take care of yourself. And if you notice you when you were with the narcissist, you didn't take care of yourself. All of your energy was spent trying to survive, spent taking care of him. If you had kids, spent taking care of the kids until you was the last one. And by the time you got to yourself, you were too tired to even care. And that's why you see a lot of people that used to take care of themselves, they start letting their hair go. They don't have time. They start just pulling anything, at least they got clothes. And then their money has been zapped so they can't buy clothes. And they start using what they got. And it's the same thing. Until you look at yourself, you don't even look pretty. So you don't invest in yourself. You don't even care about investing in yourself. You don't even care. You look in the mirror and you go, You put on clothes and it's, And you know what? That is the way you live. You live life just like that. You live a life. And when you do, because the narcissists want you where nobody else look at you. They act like they don't want you, but they don't want nobody else looking at you because you are their property. So the narcissist don't want you dressing. They don't want you doing your hair. They definitely don't want you to put into you. Because to be self-care and self-love is not selfish. I love that statement. That's right. I love that statement. Karen. I love it. I love it. You know what, y'all? We have reached the end of another segment. And I'm telling you, I want to meet you here again next Wednesday. Right? Good teaching, Mom. Self-care, loving yourself. Absolutely. I want you to make sure you join me on next week. 15 minutes. I was a little bit late because I had an emergency, but 15 minutes right after Fantabulous Bible Study on next Wednesday. And then I want you to start looking for new videos that I'm getting ready to upload. And when you hear these videos, make sure you share them and like them. Make sure you share them and like them. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. I love you all. Thank you so very much. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening and rest well. And remember, you can have a brain cleanse where the strength of you manifests even in your memory. Love you, everybody. God bless.